Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Tilo Mac coming at you with another video. In this video, it's a roster review. Finally, I'm getting another one of these done. I know I've been lagging, but I got you guys in between this period of GACs. I'm gonna try to put out as much as I can when it comes to these roster reviews. I know it's been a minute since the last one, but I'm gonna try to get up in there and do as much as I can. And even in the next season, in between seasons too, I'm gonna try to always put as much as I can with these roster reviews, but I need to do them in the season as well, and I got you guys. And like always, I know it takes me a minute to do these roster reviews, but if you guys do want your own roster review, link is going to be down in the description to the Discord. Join up and just hit me up in there and we'll put you on the list. But alright, let's get started with this one. We're going to take a look at Mightyrevan's roster. And when it comes to Revan, this guy knows what he's doing. He's actually in my shard chat, so I can go against his squad pretty much on the daily. But his squad is definitely well modded. Pretty much all his roster is pretty much well modded as well. And when I was taking a look at the GG page, like we always do, we're going to take a look at his arenas first. His fleet arena really stood out to me because I don't have to really review anything in there. He knows what he's doing. He actually is in a shard chat, you can basically tell, because he takes either first or second on a daily basis, pretty much rotating in between those. So you know what you're doing in there. Don't need to help you in there because I ain't gonna lie, I'm no help in there. But let's take a look at your characters. And then when it comes to your characters, I know you're able to take first every day because you are in the shard chat. And just good character. That's where you're getting a lot of crystals either from your fleet and your arena, so you have a lot of wiggle room when it comes to gearing up your characters. And speaking of characters, let's take a look at your roster. Alright, and right off the rip, you're going to basically tell this is a really focused account. Sitting at 4.1 million GP, you have a lot of good characters and a lot of relics. So it really shows me that you're not overly investing in characters that really bloat your GP. And at the same time, you're taking a lot of characters that are beneficial when they get to relics and putting them on there and getting them at good levels to where they're not bloating your GP, but at the same time being really effective. And when it comes to GAC, I'm pretty glad that I don't think we'll get matched up, but if we did, man, that would be a fight because you and me are pretty close in GP, but I don't want that, believe me. Even on the couple of rows down, you're going to see that he has a lot of relics still on a lot of good characters. He's missing a couple characters that he could get relic that really would boost this account. But other than that, really good roster. And let's take a look at some speed now. Alright, when it comes to speed, you got a lot of good speed on a lot of good characters. I see that you're focusing your Sith Empire with your speed, and that's really smart. They're a team that really benefits from being real speedy and really getting out of the gate just swinging. Same thing with Shaak Ti. Shaak Ti is a really fast character naturally, plus you benefited from that and put more speed on her. Makes her really deadly as well, especially if she's going to be leading your clones. And also Thrawn, what can you say? Thrawn, you want as much speed as possible, and it's always good to see him in that top row. But even on the bottom rows, all your characters right there from Bosk all the way to Revan are characters that need speed, and you definitely focus them in your roster. Alright, let's take a look at your 501st first. Dude, what am I gonna say? This 501st is sick. You're definitely, with taking into account the Shaak Ti that we just saw with the speed, you definitely probably are getting camp shards, and kudos to you. It's a nasty 501st. Don't really have much to say when it comes to this, but just congrats. I wish I had these 501st on my own account. Alright, next up is the bounty hunters, and the bounty hunters are one of two things that I would say definitely focus on in the future. I know a lot of people are going for different things right now, GLs or legendaries, but this is something I would definitely say focus on your account. You have a nice foundation, and this is just another foundational piece that you can add to your roster. Bounty hunters are really nice, especially you can gear them up, even a minimal gear up. I say relic up your Django. He hits like a boss, hits like a boss. And you already have Bosk relicked up, so that's always nice as well. Maybe add in a 3-star Greek Karga, like I've been doing in my accounts. And you've got a nice little squad right there. Can take out some Night Sisters, that real B squads, maybe jump into some 8 squads, but mainly B squads, C squads around there. If you want to get crazy, You can always start relicking up these characters a little bit more. They are able to take out Darth Revan squads, so that's always a plus. Just asked Bombadillo for his video on that. It was a really cool video that he had with his bounty hunters, which are super decked out, taking out a Revan squad. But even if you just want to have that B squad level like a Night Sister, they're a really great team to have in your pocket for offense. Could have them for defense, but it's mainly about offense. All right, next up we have your Empire, and when it comes to your Empire, I like seeing the team nucleus that you have right there. You have the three big characters, the big three. You have Palp, you got Vader, and you got Thrawn, all relic, ready to go. They could probably take out a couple teams with even just them, to be honest. But if you were to want to fill out the rest of this squad, there's a couple options for you. Of course, you got IPD. IPD is always a really nice character to have. Really had a resurgence with the rework of Vader, so that's something that you could look into. Maybe even a Shore Trooper. Shore Trooper is really nice because he's a pre-taunting tank. That is an Empire tune, so that's always nice with them. Or, and it's up to you, this is a big or, if you were to go for GL Palpatine, there is characters like Royal Guard or even Piet that you could add to the squad that are requirements already for GL Palpatine, and may do some work for you at relic levels if you want to go in that direction. But after looking at that, let's take a look at your mods. When it comes to your Vader has crit damage. Really nice, you can go crit damage or offense. When I'm looking at your character right here, you are a little bit slower than the recommendation, which is 260. Also, your potency is almost to 100 as well. Same thing with your crit chance, it's almost to 75. You're like right on the edge. But other than that, you guys are pretty close to having that really nasty Vader, and really just think it's on relic level. If he was on R7, I bet you anything he would hit those marks. Same thing with your Thrawn. Your Thrawn is really nice. He's got a lot of speed on him, over 300 speed. That's always nice, especially when it comes to Thrawn. You have Supreme Leader Kylo, so your first order is pretty decked out just because they had to be for there to be the requirements for Supreme Leader Kylo, so not much to say here, but always nice to have in GAC 2 solid squads and even a solid character in OG Kylo that can solo a lot of C-level squads. Alright, right here we have Galactic Republic, and just looking at your Galactic Republic, you have pretty much all the key characters relic. You have Padme relic, you have GK, Ahsoka, Yoda, all the characters that you want to use in the Galactic Republic team, you have them relic. Same with the 501st, but we already covered that. This gives you a lot of options right here because you have the nucleus of Padme, GK, Ahsoka, and Jedi Knight Anakin. That fifth squad, or fifth member, is always a little bit different depending on what you want to use, but you have a nice Shaak Ti full of speed. You got C-3PO, which is always a headache for a lot of different counters when it comes to Padme squads, and you have R2-D2. So that's up to you. It's a really nice squad. One thing I would suggest maybe in the future is get your Barriss up, put that Zeta on her. You're guaranteed to find her a spot somewhere. She's a really nice character. Alright, next up we have Geos. Geos look clean. I'm telling you, this roster is really nice. The Geos are relic, and you have the three that I would personally recommend to be relic, which would be Brood, Spy, and Sunfac. Sunfac for his ship, as well as just applies a lot more health and protection, so it makes that team a little more survivable as well. But it's really clean, and really happy to see those relics on those characters. Alright, next up we have your Jedis. Your Jedis are awesome. Your Jedi squad looks clean, all relic except for Hoda, but Hoda at G12 does the job, especially with the speed you have on yours. You really don't have to focus much on him. Eventually you probably will get him relicked, but at the time being, he does the job. Your Revan being relicked helps their survivability. The Jolee being relicked at the level he is at level 3 is really nice because he's the nucleus to that team, really the engine of that squad, and don't really have much to say about your Jedi. They are really clean, and like I've been saying, this roster is really nice. Revan knows how to build a roster, I'm telling you guys. Night Sisters, this is the second thing I really wanted to talk to you about. Other than the bounty hunters, I would really try to finish up gearing and focusing on these Night Sisters. Night Sisters are a really clean squad to have in GAC. You can either put them on defense, they're definitely going to take some banners, or put them on offense, and you can counter a lot of different squads depending on their relic levels, like a GG or different squads like that, even a Geos as well. But Night Sisters are always nice. You already have a Saj already relicked. It's just a matter of getting the rest of the team up, and you have a nice another squad that you can have in your pocket. And next up, we're going to take a look at your Rebels. Your Rebels are really clean. You got a good nucleus with CLS, Han, and Chewie. You have the droids pretty much relicked as well. You could slide them in with the team, take out a lot of different squads that way. You can also just run with the 3, to be honest. And you could also, the good thing about having those characters that you have Shaak Ti, you could slide Shaak Ti with the clones, you could slide her with the Padme squad, take the True Droids with the Rebels. Even if you don't want to do that, you could put C-3PO with the Padme squad and gear up your Chupio, which you see right there. Chupio is another great option, but either way, you got a great squad. And yeah, really nothing else to say. Let's move on to the next, and it's Resistance. All right, when it comes to your resistance, you have JTR already, you have Veteran Han from SLKR requirements, you have BB-8. I would definitely get BB-8 to maybe G12. You already have the makings of this squad. It's just a matter of really just enhancing it to at least a G12 level to really take out those B level bounty hunters. Get 60 banners easy with this squad. One character I would suggest you farm, other than the ones you already have here, would be Resistance Hero Finn. Resistant Hero Finn is a really great character. He gives them a lot of health and protection back, really just ensuring that what Illumination Destiny doesn't do with BB-8, he's definitely going to do with his AoE and get you that 60 banners. Right here we got Separatists as well. When it comes to your Separatists, you have a really nice squad. You got relics on your GG, you got relics on your B1, but it stops there. What I would definitely consider would be getting your B2 up. B2 is really essential to this squad, especially if they're going to try to use their Jedi Knight Rebens against it, using it as a counter. B2 is a necessity to try to get out first, and if you can make him as tanky as possible, having enough potency on him, really putting a crit arrow on him can really stop that counter in its tracks and make it extremely difficult to beat. Also, what I would really consider is getting your squads to G12 level would be Newt and Dooku. Newt and Dooku are a really nice pairing to put on defense. They really take a lot of banners. You're not going to come out there clean no matter what team that you put in there. So this is definitely something I would really suggest you work on. Alright, right here we got your Sith, and when you're talking about your Sith, we're going to focus on the Sith Triumvirate right here. We'll focus on the Sith Empire later, but the Sith Triumvirate, if you are seeing a lot of Geos, and I don't know how your D2 experience is, I know mine, I see Geos pretty regularly, so I like having my Traya and Scion Relic. They really make that counter a lot easier and not as scary, especially at a G12 level. I think it's going to be essential in the future as well, with Mon Mothma's popping up with her rebel fighters. If you have a Traya squad, they pretty much kill themselves. This is something I would definitely put on the list and really consider down in the future. Keep your Nihilist the way it is. Even at a G12 level, he's fine. Really no need to take him to Relic. Alright, right here we're going to take a look at your Sith Empire. Your Sith Empire is really nice. Like we were seeing, when it came to your speedy characters, all 3 of them are sitting at 2, 3, and 4. Malik, your Darth Revan, and your Bastila are really speedy. You can see that you have a nice Marauder as well. That's always really key. And then you have the ability to really switch, like when we were talking about the Galactic Republic, that 5th character. You have HK, which provides a lot more damage, and you also have Sith Trooper, and I'm really jealous on that Sith Trooper. That's something that after I focus on Rey, I'm going to focus on Sith Trooper myself. He's really nice, even in a Traya squad, or even a Vader squad, or even in the Sith Empire squad, so it's really nice seeing that you have him geared up and ready to go. Really no need to talk about that. Your team looks really nice, and just continue doing what you're doing. Alright, Mightyrevan, that's your roster review. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't really a review. Not a lot of stuff I can nitpick about, especially at a 4.1 GP. Really just focused roster. Other than your Bounty Hunters and your Night Sisters, I definitely enjoyed looking at your roster. You have it really clean. And if you want to talk about your roster any further, hit me up in the Discord. We could chop it up even more. And also, if you guys want to talk about his roster, join the Discord or hit me in the comments. We could talk about it there. And if you guys like the video, hit that like button, sub to the channel. If you guys want your own roster review, join the Discord and just hit me up in there as well. But that's going to do it for this one. It's been a pleasure looking at your roster, Mightyrevan, and I'm going to catch you guys all on the next one. Peace.